In this video, I will talk about sacred morality, happiness, the yin-yang, and transcendence. In order to come up with a superior philosophy, we must transcend our inclinations, our desires to justify what we're doing, our desires to make ourselves or our races look good. We need to leave our bodies, so to speak, to transcend ourselves and the world, and to come to a philosophy that is true, regardless how it will affect us socially, financially, politically, etc. But what is actually correct and in accordance to the greater and higher sacred morality, or system of sacred morality that exists in the heavens. Sacred morality predates us, and it will exist long after we are gone. If or when the world ends, sacred morality will still exist. If the Word is God, then sacred morality is God as well. The yin and yang symbolizes the natural struggle between good and evil, and a sort of balance that exists as a result. Man cannot direct or control his own destiny in its entirety, nor can he truly control the inner balance. What he can do is focus on being good. So, as I was saying, this is the fourth place I parked to make this video. The Masons have had music going loud and cars making obnoxious noises, car alarms, and running cars right next to my car. So anyway, because their philosophy is inferior and they don't want to debate me. You see, the yin and yang represents many things, but to me it represents the battle between people who are naturally inclined to do the right thing and people who are naturally inclined to do the wrong thing, and the extremes. It is if on the further ends of each side, those people who are very much dedicated to good or evil exist as like kings on the chessboard, and those people who are mediocre are toward the center, toward the middle, where the conflict truly takes place. And the epitome, the essence of the conflict comes when those extremes clash in ancient combat, as we see in Kung Fu movies, which exemplify this idea rather effectively. The antagonist meets the protagonist, and they battle. And it is very intense, because naturally they've intensely become those things. The serpent when it strikes, the lion when he strikes, the falcon when he strikes down with intense speed, focus, and precision, the shark, the animal when it's defending its young from a predator versus the predator. However, these concepts of good and evil go beyond nature. You see, in nature, the ecosystems naturally balance themselves out for a long time. The animals do not try to control that. They just live according to nature. The only true balance is a natural balance. For this same reason, the only true order is a natural order. When one focuses on sacred morality, they find a certain peace, love, and happiness that makes their struggle worth enduring. Those who focus on it more effectively and sincerely, more wholeheartedly, are less disheartened than others when they go through hardship. They have more righteous indignation when they see suffering. They're more compassionate and empathetic. They also have a higher level of understanding. Wisdom comes from sacred morality. If you do not view the world with a lens of sacred morality, living, breathing, sacred morality, then you cannot achieve the higher levels of wisdom. For what is your understanding, if not that of an animal or a child, only concerned with making yourself feel good and meeting your basic needs? It is those of us who live for sacred morality that are wise. The pursuit of virtue will always be greater than the pursuit of happiness. All the most famous scholars would agree with me on that. So on that point, we would agree. The most famous philosophers. It is greater for many reasons. The pursuit of virtue is superior to the pursuit of wealth. Because wealth is like a little kid hoarding toys, right? A little kid can hoard toys more effectively than other children. But is he more wise? Should he be more respected? Or should the child who is wise beyond his years because of his understanding of sacred morality, should he not be more respected? It is the same with adults. The adults who hoard and who gather a lot of nice things, they're like the adult version of that child. And the adult who is wise beyond his years and transcends, which is what it takes. We must transcend and not think of what is best for us or our races, but what is truly correct and right. One must be in accord with nature and the laws of nature. And one must resist urges to make themselves famous using, with technology or wealth or being a celebrity. Transcendence and sacred morality go hand in hand. Wisdom and sacred morality go hand in hand. Civility, the highest form of civilization, comes from a natural order, which is the result of wisdom and sacred morality. You have to have the wisdom to understand how that natural order is. And to achieve that wisdom, you have to have the sacred morality to see the intricacies and to have the wisdom to maintain them and to avoid doing things only for your own benefit or the benefit of your group, but rather for the sake of righteousness. Our love for God must come above all of humanity and the planet, as well as our love for sacred morality. If the planet is in a perpetual state of evil, and one is left with the choice to either conform and allow it to exist, or to start a war that will cause the ultimate destruction of the planet, one must choose sacred morality. Their priorities must be straight. A lot of people don't understand this.